Fire energy dots are 17mm magnetic discs which are programmed with an energetic signature. And what you do with these is you attach them to your electronic equipment, your mobile phone, your television, your computer, your Wi-Fi router, even a baby monitor. The reason being, all of these electronic devices that we all love and all need emit something called electromagnetic frequencies. And why should that worry us? Why should that be a problem? The problem is that it affects our health. It affects what's called our energy field. We are all energy beings. We have a field that surrounds us, that emanates from us. The electromagnetic frequencies will compromise our field, and then that will build on down to a physical level. Scientists are really very concerned about this, as are public policy makers. The Council of Europe and the European Parliament have mandated that all European governments take what they've called the precautionary principle, by which they actually want Wi-Fi taken out of schools. They would like children under a certain age not to be using mobile phones, on the basis that the scientific evidence at the moment is concerning, and also that we haven't raised a generation using all of this equipment. The Interphone study, which was commissioned by mobile phone industries, it cost £20 million, and the results that came back, initially they said it's fine, there's no problem with mobile phones, but they've actually recently made news announcements saying that 10 years of mobile phone use gives you a twofold chance of brain cancer. Now, it's pretty hard saying to a teenager, sorry, you can't have a mobile phone. Every other kid in your class can, but you can't. That's pretty difficult to do, and also probably not practical, because even if they can't have a mobile, they're going to have to use a laptop or a computer to prepare their studies. When I first discovered the very real concerns regarding EMFs, and I discovered these because my daughter wanted a mobile phone, I then thought, well, I need to find a solution. There must be something. Somebody somewhere must have invented something that can help, which is when I discovered the company that I now have invested in and work for, Fire Harmonics. These are the 5 energy dots that we sell. So when you stick an electrodot onto your mobile phone or your laptop or even your television, what it's doing is it's reducing the harmful effects from that device. It does what's called harmonise them, so that they're not as toxic for the body. If you wear a biodot yourself, what it will do is it will strengthen and balance your own energy field. One of the things that we really want to do is get the message out to as many people as possible. One, about the dangers of the situation, the risks, and certainly for children. Children are so much more vulnerable. The thermal heating from a mobile phone will penetrate their skull far more deeply than it will in adults. They have a much longer lifetime of using these devices. I didn't use a mobile phone as a kid, they just weren't around. We've now got babies, 2-year-olds, playing on mobile phones, you know, in the checkout queue and so on. So they've got a whole lifetime of being immersed in this electronic environment. If all people do is turn their Wi-Fi router off at night, don't use your mobile as an alarm clock, actually turn it off and just buy a normal alarm clock and shut down the computer, that's a huge step forward. If you use an electrodot on your devices, that reduces the harmful effects of them. Put a Wi-Fi dot on your Wi-Fi router. Use an aqua dot on the water you drink. The other energy dot that we have is a space dot. This will work with geopathic stress and ambient EMFs. It's a whole toolkit. The energy dots are a toolkit. A lot of people start by just buying the biodot and wearing the biodot themselves to protect their own energy field, and then perhaps add an electrodot to their mobile phone. Some people will come and buy what we call a family kit. We'd like you to join us in running 5 parties because we want to create what's called the butterfly effect. If a butterfly flaps its wings in the Amazonian jungle, it can create a hurricane the other side of the world. What we want is mums and dads, ideally anybody who's aware of the health issues around the technology we use, to join us to organise parties, bring other mums, other dads, friends, relatives together, explain to them about what the risks are and what energy dots can do.